What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. Today is all about flipping cars. Now, we get a lot of people saying, oh, well, you guys are buying nice cars at the auction. You've seen a few of our videos where we flipped exotic cars and some Highline stuff. But the biggest questions we keep getting asked is, what about something that I can do in my backyard? Something that's cheap, affordable, that the regular guy can flip. So we keep getting these questions saying, well, there's no way you could buy cars for under $2,000 that are good, that you can make a decent profit. Well, we've bought 15 cars that are under $2,000 that we're going to profit at least $800 to probably about $1,500 on each one with just minor repairs and minor stuff. So we're going to kind of show you a video of us doing the process. This may be one long video or maybe two videos. I'm not sure yet. Just kind of depends how we go along. We have about 4 or 5 of the vehicles here right now. But if you could do me a favor, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button as well, hit the notification bell. Like I said, we post new videos. We're trying to post new videos every week. And then also put something in the comments. If you want to do the whole toast thing, I still think that's hilarious when people just put random stuff on there. Or if you have any car flipping questions, please do. You know, the more you share this, the more you interact, the more with the YouTube algorithm rewards us with getting new subscribers like yourself and people just like you that are interested in the automotive industry. So one of the things we're going to do in this video is I'm sick of these people like, oh, I bought this car for $500 and I flipped it for $5,000, and they don't show you shit. They don't show you how they bought it, where they bought it at, how they fixed it, how they came up with the price, what the recon costed, everything else. So we're going to try to do as much detailed video on a few of these cars that we have here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is switch off of the tripod. We're going to get it in my hands and we're going to walk the camera through the vehicles and kind of give you a breakdown of each one. Let's get into it. First vehicle we're going to talk about today is the 06 Chevy Malibu. Now let me kind of give you a breakdown of this vehicle. So if you can kind of look at it, it's pretty clean, runs and drives. Has 180,000 miles. So this thing definitely needs brakes and rotors. Let me open up the inside. Inside's in pretty decent shape. Sorry about the lighting, but you can see it's pretty clean. Everything looks pretty good on this vehicle. Decent shape. So let me give you the numbers on it. This Malibu right here, we purchased for $1,100. Runs and drives. Actually, the AC blows cold. It does have a check engine light, cylinder misfire, brakes and rotors are bad, so we're probably going to put about $350. Now, normally I have my grease pen where I write on the windshield. If you watch my other videos, we put what we bought the car for, what we actually are going to put into it for repair as a guesstimate or estimate, and then on the very last one, we put what they retail for. You go on Facebook, Craigslist, OfferUp, and just find out what the normal value of this vehicle is, and you write that at the very bottom. And as you go through it, you start to see how much your profit gap margin is, which I'll post probably somewhere here, left or right or something like that. So this way you can kind of have an inclination of what this vehicle is going to bring and what we're going to spend on it. Okay, Mario just pulled off the wheels and tires. Do you want to explain to the people what you found so far?
Well, this tie rod right here is bad. See how it moves?
Yeah.
That's bad.
So that's a safety issue, so you want to fix that. How are the front brakes?
The front brakes, they're like 20% left.
Okay, so we'll replace them anyways. Let's go to the back.
Oh, this one's right here. Yeah, they're shot already.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. So we're gonna definitely do new pads, do rotors. Like I said, you got to do the safety stuff first, and then probably we're gonna do spark plugs on this one. So this one will probably be about $300 and probably under $300 in parts. So we got the stuff for the Malibu. We got the new rotor on there. So the rotor, brakes, plugs and everything else was under $110. So we're gonna go ahead and swap that out because safety first. You want to get that shit out of there. Okay, the next vehicle we're going to talk about is this Ford Excursion. This thing is freaking massive. Look at this thing. Kind of walk around, give you a little view of this beautiful cream puff that we purchased for the low price of $1,300. Let me walk you in the inside here. So you can see the seats kind of jacked up. This car's got 280,000 miles. Inside's a little rough. Unfortunately, they snatched out the third row seat, so we do not have the third row. But this thing actually runs and drives really well. It just does not have AC. So here in Las Vegas, if your car doesn't have AC, you automatically lose like about $600 to $700 in value. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna put the price of what we bought it for. I'll have an estimated parts of repair, cost of repair, and then at the very bottom, I'm gonna have what I see the average one going for in this market. This way it'll give you kind of an inclination of how much money you're gonna make, stuff like that, because some of these cars you're gonna buy, fix, and flip really quick. Some of these cars, you will lose money on them, so sometimes it's easier just to sell them as is, take a loss, and just move on. But doing this system of writing the things on the windshield really do help. And if you kind of look here at the windshield right now, you can see that it, well, that one kind of rubbed off, but usually I'll show you here on the Mustang, when I buy cars for finance, I put finance on them. When I buy them for cash, I write cash on them. So this way I know which cars they are and which program they go into. Okay, the next car we're going to talk about is this 2008 Ford Mustang. We'll walk around, kind of show you the outside of the vehicle. Sorry, we got the Tahoe running here. Looks pretty good. Let me open it up for you guys so you guys can see it. So here's the inside. It's just dirty, needs a good detail. Now, if you look right here, you can see it's dented. There's some body damage. If you look at the front end here, you can kind of see, sorry, we're going in and out of the light, so it'll be bright and light. So let me pop this open. If you can see right here, the front end does have damage. The bumper is broken. We have a thermostat housing, which if you look right there, it's leaking. So this car is definitely not very clean. Look at the fender here. You can see the gap there where they opened it up and smashed it open. So okay, so for this car right here, I bought for $450. Now this does have a rebuilt title. So on this particular car, we're not gonna go off of what full retail is. We're gonna go off of about 70%. So I'm gonna post the numbers either here or there of what I bought it for, what I think recon is to make it run and drive good. This crazy thing is this thing runs great and the AC blows cold. It's just ugly. So we're gonna go over and see if we're either gonna fix it all the way or if we're just gonna make it run good enough where it looks ugly, where we can just sell it and make a decent amount of money. But like I said, I'll post the numbers somewhere here on the screen just to kind of give you guys a breakdown. The next car is this 2004 Chevy Tahoe. Now, when I last read the dash, it had like 130,000 miles, I think. But the dash sometimes goes on, sometimes it goes off. This car right here, we paid $1,100 for it. Right, we got it running right now because the battery's dead. Let's go ahead and open it up, take a peek. If you could see the dash, it's not really working. Nope, it's not coming on yet. Okay, well, I just wanted to see if it'd pop on. Inside looks okay. Nothing really great, nothing fancy, but it is a good solid vehicle. It's actually really quiet, I'm shocked. Let's go ahead and go inside the engine bay here. Sounds good. So the outside's pretty clean. So same thing, once again, we're gonna put what we purchased the car for. I'm probably guesstimating it's gonna be about $450 to do the service, to buy the new gauge cluster, to get a program, to do some other stuff. And then I'll post the retail prices of what I think it's gonna sell for compared to what's going out in the market right now. And let's get into the next car. Okay, this is the last vehicle. This is a 2006 Dodge Nitro. I bought it with no keys. I don't know what the mileage is. I don't know if it runs and drives or starts or anything. It was basically a $800 shot in the dark. So I purchased a lot of vehicles from, like I said, auctions, regular people, tow yard auctions, payday loan stores, pawn shops, everything else. This one came from a payday loan store. So when they repoed it, the customer didn't want to forfeit the keys. The key was about 180 bucks, so they said, you know what, they're not going to mess with it. The customer owed him $800, so they said if I give him 800 bucks, they'll just give me the car. So now I got an $800 car. I have no idea what's wrong with it. But I'm hoping that this has the 3.7, which is usually, it's going to be a head gasket, timing belt, something like that, or timing chain is the worst things on these vehicles. So every once in a while, I love to buy these random mystery vehicles. Now I've had some where I fired up and it was low miles, clean, everything else, you know. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right now because the locksmith's on his way, and I'm going to go ahead and restart it up after we have the key. Okay guys, I got the key. I got some good news and some bad news. Good news is this car only has 90,000 miles. Bad news is that it runs really rough. So we're gonna check the plugs right now and do a compression test first, just to see what the issues are on the vehicle. Hopefully if the compression is good, then we're gonna work our way backwards with the newer plugs and check the coil packs and see you know, pretty much what the issue is, check the injectors, make sure that we're actually firing on all cylinders. So if you don't remember, usually I tell everybody, you know, you wanna go safety first and then work your way backwards towards the cosmetic. So this particular vehicle, I looked online, these are selling for about like $35,000 to $4,000 here in Vegas right now at the market. So like I said, we're $800 into it. So if I were to spend $1,200 fixing up this vehicle, and let's say I use $600 of that for mechanical, and I fixed everything and I'm good to go, and I have an additional $600 left over in my budget, now I start looking at the cosmetic wise. But actually this car is really clean, so I don't think we're gonna do that. We're just gonna budget for $1,200 for just in case if we have to do the head gasket and timing chain and stuff like that. But every dollar we save will help save that little extra money. Like I said, all these cars that you saw today were clean title cars. The only one that was salvaged was the Mustang. Not salvaged, excuse me, rebuilt. So, and if you don't know the difference between salvage and rebuilt, already passed inspection, you could sell it to anybody. If it's salvaged, you have to do the inspection, get everything replaced, and then make sure that it does pass inspection, because if not, you won't be able to register and put it on the road. So make sure you know the difference. So salvage, rebuilt. Also, like I said, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna start looking to see what these cars sell for at top dollar. Like I said, the average is around 35 to 4. So that's about it today. Be sure to hit the like button. It definitely helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Press the subscribe button if you like this type of content. If you want to post a comment in there saying something funny, once again, the toast thing, truly appreciate it. Any questions on anything automotive wise? We also have our courses online at automotive.life.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at automotive.life, and we'll see you guys in the next video.